Hi everyone, my name is Kalash Shetty and I'm currently studying my third year of BBA, which is Bachelor of Business Administration, at Kingston Business School here in the UK. I completed my first 2 years in Mumbai at NMIMS and came to the UK this year, which is the third year to finish my degree. So, this topic about migrants, young people, and communities is something I connect with personally because I've actually gone through that transition myself. So, when I first arrived in the UK, the excitement was real. New country, new people, new experiences. But honestly, once the initial thrill fades, you start feeling the real challenges. For many migrants like me, the biggest challenge isn't just logistics, it's the feeling of starting from zero. Simple things like finding accommodation, figuring out transport, or understanding local systems can be overwhelming. Even things like making friends or feeling included at the time. There's also the financial side, balancing tuition fees or living costs, and part time jobs can be tough, especially in cities like London where everything is so expensive. But I think the emotional side hits harder, being away from your home, your family, missing familiar faces, and sometimes feeling out of place culturally. That's something most migrants don't talk about openly, but it's very, very real. If I could design one project to help migrants settle better, I'd start something called the Local Link. It would be a mix of mentorship and a friendship program where every new international student or migrant gets paired with a local buddy, maybe a university student or resident or even a young professional. The idea would be make the first the opening level like a bank account, finding affordable groceries, or just introducing them to good cafes and local posts. But more than practical help, it's about emotional support. Sometimes all you need is one person who says, "Hey, you're doing fine. I've been there too." Over time, this could grow into weekend meetups, cultural nights, community sports dates, or share meals where everyone brings food from their countries. It's about blending cultures and not just fitting in. I think young people play a massive role in building inclusive communities. We're naturally more open minded, tech savvy, and creative, but most of the time we are treated like participants and not leaders. That needs to change. Give young people real responsibility. Let them organize events, lead campaigns, and bring fresh ideas. In universities, especially, we should be given a bit more space to take ownership of initiatives that impact local life. Even something small like allowing student societies to collaborate with local councils or NGOs could make a big, big, big difference. Young people already care about social change. We just need the trust and the platform to make it happen. If a project like Local Link worked well in Kingston, I'd love to see it expand to other cities as well. The best way to do that would be to create a community playbook, a simple toolkit explaining how to set it up, what roles are needed, and how to find volunteers and sponsors. And of course, we could use social media to share real stories like short videos of people meeting their buddies for the first time or celebrating festivals together. That's what would inspire to bring it to their own communities. Now, success in community projects is more than numbers. It's not just how many people attend or how many sessions happen, it's about how people really feel about it. For me, I'd measure success by looking at confidence and connection. Are newcomers feeling more comfortable, or locals learning something new? Are people still staying in touch after the project ends? Every one of the story of someone who felt less alone because of it, that's success of me. Once a project finishes, people often drift away, so keeping motivation alive is really, really important. I think the key is recognition and belonging. Celebrate small wins, give volunteers shout out on social medias, host thank you gatherings, or even offer certificates that can help them in future applications. But beyond that, build a sense of ownership. When people feel like it's their project, they naturally stay involved. For example, let participants plan the next event or bring in their own cultural ideas. This keeps things more fresh and more personal. I think partnerships are everything in community work. For a project like Local Link, I'd want to collaborate with universities, local councils, cafes, and small businesses as well. Now, universities can provide the base and volunteers, councils can offer support and resources, and local businesses can sponsor or host events. Now, imagine a local cafe offering free tea for Welcome Week or a small gym hosting community fitness sessions. Simple but powerful ways to bring people together, right? Even cultural organizations and faith groups can help. They already have strong community networks that can connect people so quickly and easily. If I had to describe my strengths for community work, I'd say empathy and communication. I'm the kind of person who genuinely listens to others. When someone's new or struggling, I instinctively want to make them feel comfortable, probably because I've been that person too as well. I'm also pretty organized. I love planning things, coordinating details, and making sure everyone feels involved. And because of my business background, I also understand teamwork, leadership, and time management, skills that are really, really helpful in running community projects. If I were promoting a project like this on social media, I'd start a campaign called my first UK friend. It would initiate migrants and locals to post short clips or photos sharing the story of their first meaningful connection here in the UK, maybe a friend, a classmate, or even a stranger who helped them out. It's simple but emotional idea that spreads positivity. Everyone remembers that one person who made them feel welcome, and sharing that story reminds us how small acts of kindness can make a huge, huge impact. My final thought, if I could change one thing to make the UK a better place for migrants and young people, I'd create more spaces where culture mix naturally, not just big festivals or official program, but small everyday things. Shared study spaces, volunteering drives, local clubs, or even open kitchen nights where people cook together. When you live in a new country, what you crave most isn't comfort, it's connection. You want to feel like you belong somewhere, that you're not just a visitor, but part of living, breathing community. I think if the UK continues to create those kind of spaces where everyone can bring a piece of who they are, it becomes not just a place to live, but a place to truly call home.